with us.
Yeah, we're going to have your code and your ticker on this network, and you can't stop it from being traded.
Right.
And so there's a derivative, and then if there's liquidity bonding the prices together, so if, let's say you have Chainlink on Ethereum, and then after launch, price bounces around a while, but I bet that over time that these prices will move similarly.
Right.
I think that the Link ticker on Pulsechain is likely to move similarly to the Link ticker on Ethereum.
Right. Just because of the bridge, right?
And because they're bonded by the liquidity.
Right.
And then it's the same code with the same ticker. Now, do you want to pay $100 or $300 to trade it on Ethereum, or do you want to pay a penny to trade it over here? And we already know this answer because they're doing it on other networks as well.
Yeah.
People do trading on alternate networks, and then we're the one that you don't like. Your coins are already here. You don't even have to bridge over.
Right.
You've already got your free coins here. You can already access them by changing one setting in your MetaMask. It's awesome.
Dude, it sounds
it
sounds pretty awesome.
Well, that's the trick. That's the magic. Is you launch this whole network with all these new coins. How do you get those new coins to be valuable?
Right.
But by not letting anyone ever stop the trading, by having the same tickers, and by giving people a reason to back the value of the things they got free.
Right.
By rewarding them with a yield farming token. It's like a giant vampire attack, basically. It's a giant vampire attack.
Hey folks, welcome back to Pulsechain YouTube, Hex Token channel, and of course, what else? Pulsex. It's Pulsechain X. That's it. Welcome, of course, over 10,500 subscribers. Thank you so much for joining in today. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications and smash the like button on the way in. I have also got a poll up at the moment, so definitely get into the poll. And that is, what is it? What are you doing with your Hex? Are you buying more, accumulating? Are you just hodling the Hex you've already bought? Are you selling Hex, or you're just not sure what to do? You're just biding your time, getting more information, all that good stuff. And maybe you'll make a decision at some other stage. So that is the poll. Get in there, folks, and we'll have a look at that results later on. We got a really cool lineup today, particularly focusing in on Hex today. So get rich with Hex. We're going to talk about that. It's going to be really cool. We're going to look at Hex at the moment, Hex in the future, some price predictions from some people, and of course all the big influencers that are starting to jump on board or take notice. So it really is expanding pretty fast, really quickly actually. The amount of big influencers starting to come on board is crazy. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it though. We've got a couple of people in the house. Lies Beneath the Truth, how are you today? Very good. It's a little bit overcast, windy outside, but it's a fun day for a walk, so I'm going to go for a walk afterwards, and that should be fun. Hex, EHEX, PLS, PLSX incentive for the 100%. That is the golden crypto strategy on this channel. We talk obviously about Pulsechain virtually every day and all the projects. That's because we're documenting the Pulsechain experience since Pulsechain launched exclusively on this channel pretty much. So we're pretty much close to virtually every day, and you can get all the updates as they come through. So it really is a solid news flow on this channel if you want to keep up to date with everything. It really is great. We've got Sandy Beach in the house, another influence in the Pulsechain Hex community. Big shout out to Sandy Beach. Where's Sandy Beach comment? This is the one she should post first. She should post that one first. That's the easiest one for me to post. That one there, Hex Token and everybody. Hello, Sandy. Good to see you. What else we got there? We got a little beach as well from Sandy there. And we got Brian, our community leader. Big shout out to you, Brian. Big shout out to Brian. Brian is a community leader in our Discord and on YouTube. Does an incredible job. Really do appreciate Brian all the time. And he loves gaming as well. That's something else he likes to do. Gaming. Who doesn't like gaming? Who likes gaming? Rod Fitzpatrick announced that. Hey, good morning, guys. Good to see Rod Fitzpatrick. Big shout out to you and welcome. We got Wookie as well, one of our cool moderators, who mostly we understand when he's in Discord, but hardly ever on YouTube. Wookie was almost late, but we understand that today. Good to see you, Wookie. We got Killer Beats in the house here. What's up, Superman? Long time I haven't seen you. Hope all is well. It's been a little while there, Killer Beats. Bull Run is finally coming. PLS Hex, PLSX incentive, and EHEX. That's it, right, Killer. You're onto it. Good to see you back, by the way. Come back more often. That's all we can say. We got Roger Patrick says, good morning, Superman. Good morning to you. Crypto Incognito. Yo, Hex Pulse family. Good to see you, Crypto Incognito. Super Snake's in the house as well. Good to see you, Super Snake. Any comments on the Waters Above tweet? He mentioned EHEX retraced back to Fit 55 possibly by February. Not probably going to happen there. Hex is on the ascendancy. Wookie's in the house there. Hey, good to see you, Wookie. We've already come through the bear market there, Super Snake. So it's game on now. Richard is on the battlefield, and it's everyone else is jumping on too. Hex, yo. Hi, everyone. What's the best fiat on-ramp to buy Pulse? Not sure if Coast works in Australia. Yeah, it does work for Australia. 99 countries Coast works for. Use the link in the video description. That is Brian's link, and you'll get 5,000 weight tokens as a bonus for signing up. So definitely get on that. It is a good way to go. Now, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, or Brazil, you could use Easy Crypto. That's a really good site to onboard. That's not direct onboard. Coast is the only direct onboard to in terms of using fiat on the Pulsechain. Otherwise, you could use a number of bridges, cross-chain bridges like PortalX. Other ones like the official bridge, obviously, it's still got 0% fee. It's going to be losing that fee soon. So yeah, if you're doing cross-chain, it's easy enough to do. You can change now. Lots of different places to how to get on there. Now, if you want to get some wrap Pulse, of course, you can use Pulse CoinList. They got a little faucet there if you're using the bridge. Sandy Beach in the house there. Did anyone buy the Tangang wireless NFTs? I did see that, but no, not covering that today. It's kind of too much of a niche project thing, and Tangang's into a lot of the viral stuff, which is generally not what I cover. I generally try to cover most of the full-on DeFi stuff. Hi, guys. Hope everybody is good. See you, Crypto Dan. Welcome. Sandy is always welcome to play with Wookie and I on Fortnite Island. How about that, Sandy Beach? There's your invitation. And, of course, thanks, boss. Get your free weight token here. If you want to join up Coast, use Brian's link, and you get 5,000 free weight tokens. How about that? Yes, we love it. All right, let's get into it, folks. We've got a few people in the house already. We're going to move on. Hey, before we, all right, CC just jumped in. Let's go. Good to see you, CC. Welcome. Let's get into it, folks. We've got a big show. So let's start off with it and go for gold. We're going to start off with the crypto market. Obviously, stock market's closed today. No coverage of that. Bitcoin, though, wow, look at that move. 47,785. We're already up at target, right? Target 48K and 51.22% Bitcoin dominance. Really solid, looking nice. And, of course, hopefully we'll get the usual, Bitcoin moves and then altcoins move. And that's kind of what we're looking for at the moment. So Ethereum at the moment is up 0.5% at $2,500. Really strong move on Ethereum there. AVAX is having a good day. Look at that. AVAX is up, 5.6%, something like that, to $40.30.29. So AVAX having a good day there. AMX and Tau also doing pretty well. Most things kind of mixed around there. You can see BNB, XRP just down slightly. Solana, ADA up quite a bit there, up a little bit there, and Tron, etc. So just a bit of a mixed bag, but solid move up for Bitcoin there, looking really good. So bring on the altcoin season. Remember, it's going to happen in waves. Remember, it's going to happen in waves, not going to all happen at once. So just the way it goes. At the moment, we're moving on the ascendancy. Let's go have a look at the Bitcoin chart. Look at this. So this is Bitcoin. Look at that. Woohoo! Let's get rid of the overlays briefly. That's the 50-day moving average there. Look at that. And we have bounced off that big time. In fact, we're almost back at the post ETF for Bitcoin. And on the 11th of January, we got up to 49,102. So far today, we've been to 48,179. Yesterday, we got to 48,230. So, man, it's on and the up and away ascendancy. Bitcoin ETFs performing pretty well for the most part now as well, with the selling kind of pretty much done there for the time being. There are other big potential sellers for Bitcoin. Just keep that get that on the side, but so far so good. And bring it on, right? Bring it on. So heading over to the 50K. 50K is the challenge, I guess. So that is Bitcoin. Let's bring back the overlays. The overlays there, we had our Bitcoin ETF approval, solid. How many days has it been since then? Approximately around about 30 a month, a whole month since the Bitcoin ETFs. Wow. So some solid movements there, and we're up and away there. All right. What else there? We got the Bitcoin halving coming up. That is the next big thing for Bitcoin, the 17th of April. So how many days away is that? Let's cue that up. It is 66 days. So we're almost down to 2 months away from the Bitcoin halving. That is super bullish. So looking forward to that. 66 days away, almost 2 months away from Bitcoin halving, and bullish. And hey, look, on the other side of this, we may have a little bit of a quiet period for a month possibly, or it may just go straight up. And then, man, we could be going up for 12 to 18 months. Who knows? It's going to be absolutely awesome. The bullish bull market could be quite long. There is geopolitical risks. Let's not fool ourselves. So that if we're thinking about the two big risks, One would be the stock market is at all-time highs. And of course, the other one is the geopolitical risk from China, Taiwan. So we'll just keep that on the sideline. We don't want to FUD ourselves, but those are the two potential risks moving ahead. Other than that, Bitcoin news flow for the first half of this year is fantastic, and we'll go with that for the time being. So there we go. That is a Bitcoin looking strong. Now, the other thing, of course, is Ethereum. Ethereum also looking good. Had a bit more resistance at the 50 EMA moving average, but has busted past that and is now at 2,500. Obviously, our previous high here was 2,717, so we've got a bit of work to do, but in the right direction, looking very, very good. Now, the other thing, of course, is we have a brand new news, of course, about the Deacon upgrade for mainnet. That is the proto-dank sharding upgrade with blob data. So that is going to be really cool for the second layer protocols, particularly Optimism and Arbitrum. They could be two that you pick up for the speculative play on the Deacon upgrade. And of course, that's also going to improve staking as well. There's also upgrade in there included for staking, not just for proto-dank sharding and data. So looking pretty good. And that's expected to lower the cost on second layer protocols, right? So that's why the leverage, those players on Optimism or Arbitrum would be a good leverage play leading into that. So they should benefit the most, right? So the price may get, pretty strongly on those protocols. Obviously not financial advice, just playing the logic there. So that is a set too. We actually have a fixed date now coming out of the February meeting for Ethereum, and that was on the 8th. And so this is scheduled for mainnet to be on the 13th. Remember, we had 3 test nets. The third test net is currently running at the moment, but actual mainnet proto-dank sharding from mainnet is scheduled for the 13th of March. So big news coming up with Ethereum. So man, this price is going to run away. Ethereum, Optimism, Arbitrum, it's going to look pretty good. And of course, Pulsechain should benefit as well. So kind of good news. Everything is lining up. The stars are lining up big time. And as we said, in April the 17th, we've got the Bitcoin halving. And then Ethereum ETF approvals, potentially the 23rd of May. At least 7 or more Ethereum ETFs could be approved there. Not as certain as we had a 90% certainty on Bitcoin ETFs. Not so high certainty on the Ethereum ETFs, but, probably a pretty good chance. So there we are on the 23rd of May. Like I said, the first half of 2024 is fantastic for crypto news. I mean, it really is outstanding. So pretty cool. So we've had Ethereum ETFs. So we have Bitcoin ETF approvals 10th of May. We've got Deacon upgrade for mainnet scheduled for the 13th of March. We've got the 17th of April for the Bitcoin halving. And then we've got the Ethereum ETF potentially approved on the 23rd of May. And maybe by June, we will have an interest rate pivot from the Federal Reserve. And maybe in the second half of the year, maybe a bit of monetary expansion as well. Pump those assets. Man, what a lineup. And then, of course, the U.S. election, what's that, October, November. Man, that should be stellar. And if we get the right outcome with Trump taking the win there, we'll get back to some common sense policies, good supply and demand management, and asset run will keep running all the way into 2025, maybe even all the way through the year. It's looking like an amazing outcome there. All right, so that is the play. The polls are definitely looking good for that outcome for the election. And let's hopefully we get an honest election, right? So that'd be kind of cool too. Fingers crossed there, wink and all that, right? So that is the play at the moment. Let's move on, and we've got Brennan in the house there. Good to see you, Brennan. What's up, folks? Watching on the road, yeah. Keep the 2 hands, the 10 and 2 on the steering wheel there. But great to have you in the house there, Brennan. I hope you're having a good time. All right, let's jump away here. Bam. We got Brian says this time next year. 50K will be so far behind us, you can't believe you waited to buy. Just saying, says Brian. That there's about Bitcoin. Yeah, CC says BTC is looking juicy. It certainly is looking very good indeed. What else we got in the house there in comments? Yeah, I think we're going to come back to the Discord stuff later on. So we'll get back to that. So that's the crypto market looking beautiful. A perfect setup for crypto, perfect setup for Pulsechain, right? And we're going to move forward now into the Pulsechain update. Should we get into it? Let's do it. Pulsechain looking hot to trot. All right. We've got Richard here 14 hours ago put out these super bullish charts, and of course everyone was screaming pump is incoming. And of course it's fun to put a 30-day stats first to give you a heart attack. In other words, the last 30 days. And he posted some charts here. Here it is, the 30 days here on GoPulse. And you can see Pulse Hex, Pulse, Het, Incentive, and Hex there. Up 66% for the last 30 days for Pulse, up 121% for Pulse Hex, up 243% for the incentive token, which has been kind of the star of the show. And Hex, of all things, even though we've got the Hex Get Rich with Hex, it has been the laggard, but is it anymore? Today, it has been pumping pretty hardcore, up 25% on a 30-day, but lagging behind. He also posted the 7-day as well. And of course, he also posted the 24-hour as well. And the 24-hour has really run away with Hex looking fantastic. He's had 66,000, 67,000 views on that. And, all the influencers are getting excited out there. Look at them all jumping in there. KDP, Hex Vita, Coast, Robbie Davidson, Brian Ring Kango. They're all in there. And RH Max, Maddie Allen, everybody is excited and bullish sign there incoming. What have we seen over that period of time too? Lots of capital flow, right? So we're going to get into the results for day 274 because we're going to get into Hex. We're going to be talking about Hex big time today. So that's coming up, so stay tuned for that. Pulsechain at the moment, 000138. So it's up almost 5% at the moment, 38% above the mean sacrifice price. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 0567, up 6.6% at the moment. And that is still well below the mean sacrifice price, but climbing so ever so slowly, but it's going to get there. I'm sure it's at 57% of the sacrifice price at the moment. So still a long way to go and upside for PulseX there. Burned amount keeps on ticking up there. Look at that. 696.8 billion PulseX has been bought up and burned, part of the secret special source of Pulsechain. We are up to an amazing 3.41% of all public PulseX has been bought up and burned already, and we're currently day 274. So it is looking very good indeed. And of course, the incentive token there at $3.01, up 4.86%. The ratio is at 21,911 pulse per incentive. We just hit the 20. Well, we're not actually quite at the 24 million. We are slowly getting there though. 23.6 million incentive tokens in emissions. That comes from the PulseX farms. So if you're farming on PulseX V1, you'll be earning some incentive tokens there. And boy, the yield has just gone up and away. At the moment, the burn at the moment is 118,000 on the TRH V4 protocol. We're waiting for V4 from Jacob's ecosystem, and that will probably burn even more tokens, which is kind of bullish. PHEX, though, is the star of the day, and we're at up 7.66% at 1.78 cents. EHEX was even a better performer earlier. It's at 98/100th of a penny, but did, I think, get to close to 1.2 cents. As I understand it, the BankX is on the been selling a little bit there. But at the moment, the combined price EHEX PHEX is at 2.76 cents. That is the play at the moment. So looking pretty good for day 274 and the gains, mad gains on Pulsechain. Now let's jump over to some of the Pulse alerts. Now I don't know if you guys have been following this on Pulse alerts. It's on X social platform, and it's called Wow Pulse. I'll post the link in the chat there if you guys want to save this to your favorites and watch the money coming rolling into Pulsechain. It is pretty cool. So before we do that, though, we've got John Gibbons announced there. Hey, everybody, what's the latest with PUSD ALGO? I'm going to be talking about that later on, so stay tuned for that, John. We don't have any particular news update, but we'll be covering PUSD ALGO. We're waiting patiently for an update from Jacob. That is the link to the Whale Pulse if you want to see where the money rolling into Pulsechain. It's quite a cool alert there on X social platform. Pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to have a quick look at it now. So over the last 18 hours or 19 hours, we had quite a bit of money coming in. So we had 112,000 coming in of DAI, 130,000 of DAI 18 hours ago, 124,000 DAI 17 hours ago, $136,000 of DAI coming in 16 hours ago, $200,000 of DAI coming into Pulsechain 15 hours ago. So it kept on flowing. 14 hours ago, $300,000 DAI coming into the bridge, 250,000 USD Tether coming into the bridge on Pulsechain. 14 hours ago, it just keeps on flowing. 312,000 USD Tether coming in 13 hours ago, 154,000 USDC bridged into Pulsechain. 45 ETH. Boy, I'm getting tired here. That got sent away to Ethereum, so the money does go back out the other way too. We have also some big alerts, some big buy alerts here. 887 million wrap. Pulse was bought for 51 ETH 6 hours ago, and then we had 123,000 bridged to Ethereum. So we do have money going back and forth, but man, we had a lot of money definitely coming in over the last 20, 18, 19 hours, let's say. So pretty amazing there. So kind of bullish. Now that's going to come back to the bridge funds. So let's quickly look at the bridge funds before we look at the charts. I'm doing things a little bit different today, but let's have a look at the bridge here. Wow, $133.6 million now. Woohoo! So what are we up about? $10 million over the last 4 or 5 days. So it's just creeping up, folks. Let's keep an eye out on funds bridged into Pulsechain. Very cool. Exciting to see. All right, so let's go back to the charts at the moment. We've got 0001,376 on Pulse, looking very, very good. A nice little W there too, in my view. What else we got going there? The RSI is at 66, so not quite overbought yet. So we've still got room to move higher, and we're getting a cross here on the MACD. So that's what we've been looking forward to, is that cross on the MACD. Look at that bullish. So that blue line going up above there is the 12-day over the 26-day, and look at that, looking pretty good. Closing out, it's just starting green here. So bring it on. Bring it on. That's all we can say. That is Pulse. PulseX at the moment, also pretty similar looking. We've got higher lows, everything else looking pretty good. Breaking to the upside, quadruple 0567. And at the moment, the RSI is still pretty chill at 67. So that's continuing to rock. Incentive token at the moment is also looking really, really good. $3.01. And let's have a look at the ratio. The ratio at the moment on incentive token is pretty chill here at 21,900. Remember, we've had resistance multiple times at 24,000. So we're going to zigzag back up there too. Maybe incentive will outperform again. But that is pretty much it for the Richard Hart Gold and cryptos. Let's quickly look at the validators at the moment. They've been doing very well as well. 52,786 validators on Pulsechain, 1.69 trillion off the market. Let's have a quick look at gas prices finally, just to wrap things up. 372,000 beats. So that's almost probably about twice as high in the beats there, the Gwei, than we normally have. 2 cents for a PulseX swap there. That's success for you. Things get a little bit more expensive. 1/10 of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer, 3/10 of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. And now, of course, the big craze at the moment is the PRC 404s. Obviously not formalized yet, really, but they're still in sort of a beta mode. Just take care with that. But certainly is a bit of a craze at the moment, both on Ethereum and on Pulsechain. We're 1,170 times cheaper than Ethereum at the moment. $21.30 to do a swap on Ethereum. Only, of course, 2 cents to do a swap on PulseX at the moment. So super cheap. And 2,000 times cheaper than Bitcoin. $2.25 to send Bitcoin at the moment. But, how long is it going to take you to get there? We're pretty much cheaper than everybody. So that's kind of cool news there. Let's wrap it up. That is day 274. We're about to start day 275 on Pulsechain. That is our daily update, folks. We're going to get into Hex, though. Hex is the star of today. Get rich with Hex. So we're going to talk about that now. What else there? Let's have a look at Get Hex is in the house there. Hi, folks. Good to see you, Get Hex. Welcome to the chat. Looking good there. All right, so Hex. Hex, folks, if you don't know Hex, obviously Hex was created by Richard Hart and his cool team. And it pretty much launched on 2nd of December 2019. And it's now in its 5th year. Can you believe it? 5th year. It's had a lot of drama, a lot of controversy, and of course, it's in its 5th year, so none of it was really valid, right? So it keeps ticking away. It broke ground. It was Richard really helped, I would say, be a critical player in the DeFi revolution in crypto, and it's now, I would argue, the leader of DeFi with the combination of Hex and Pulsechain in crypto, and of course all the developers on Pulsechain are also pushing the boundaries of DeFi. We're thinking of teams like Tetra, like Jacob's ecosystem, and much more. It really is pushing the boundaries of what's possible in DeFi. So very exciting to see. The other thing, of course, is Richard also pioneered audits. We had audits for the contract. We had financial audits. We also had legal opinions about Hex as security and things like that, not being security and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. Really groundbreaking stuff. Was pretty amazing at the time. If you were there, it was very exciting. And of course, Pulsechain's been exciting as well. So Richard really has been amazing. Getting rid of the middleman as well. Getting rid of not having any custodials in the road, full on DeFi, immutable code. It really has been incredible for Hex. And of course, you get to participate in it today because it just keeps on going and going and going. It also had a thing called a revolutionary share rate. Some people believe is Nobel Prize worthy. And of course, that has proved to just tick along very, very nicely. And of course, that basically means earlier pays better, right? Earlier pays better. Now, you can buy Hex on Ethereum or Pulsechain, and you can burn it for what they call T-shares. T-shares stands for trillions of shares, and then you can start mining with those T-shares more Hex. So what are the two benefits? You can get yield off your Hex. It is basically like the first certificate of deposit on the blockchain. That really revolutionized things from taking traditional finance and moving it over to crypto, and getting rid of that middleman, that bank, those nasty little banks, and of course, getting you in control, you in the power. which they hate, right? Banks hate that. They don't want you to be in power. They want you to pay them interest and be slave to them, right? So you want to be free and you want to interact with immutable code. That's kind of the play to be. So DeFi really is the future for freedom as well as prosperity. Is pretty cool. Now, you've obviously, as if you're your own bank and making your own contracts, you've got to be responsible for your own actions. So you do have to, look after your security and make good decisions. So it's a give or take there. But at the moment, of course, hex.com is absolutely powering up. People are getting excited about it. It's gaining a lot more attention. We're in the 5th year now. It is awesome. Now, basically, once you get those T-shares, you start earning more Hex and you get yield. And the other big thing is price appreciation can be absolutely potentially massive. Now, Hex was one of the few coins in the last bull market to do a 10,000x. So it really is a shining star. And man, I'm optimistic about where it can go in this bull market coming up. So that I sort of estimate the bull market kind of started around November, maybe October even, and expected to run right through into 2025. It's going to be absolutely fun to see it play out too. And of course, you can get some hyper prices during those times also. So it's going to be pretty good. Now, obviously, let's jump over to the Hex price. At the moment, of course, Hex is at 1.8 cents on Pulsechain. So this is what we call PHEX. And it's at 1.8 cents, looking very good on the charts. Also, we had a bullish cross here as well. So everything's looking bullish. If we look at the RSI, we've got heaps of room to move compared to Pulse and Pulsex at the moment. And the SEM token, we're only at 60 on the RSI, so we've got lots of room to move before it gets overbought. We've also got that MACD cross that we were looking for. Remember that? Last couple of days, we've got that too. So everything is looking pretty cool. Obviously, got all that money coming over the bridge. That's bullish as well. We've got Richard Hart posting bullish tweets or posts, and that's looking good as well. EHEX, of course, has been the star as well. So PX has done fantastic and is about to really get going. But EHEX has really been the star here. Had also a bullish cross here on the EMA cross, and the volumes come in, and man, the price really got pumped. Got as high as I thought it was 1.2, but 1.1 cent here was the high to the day that we just closed. We're currently 10 minutes into the new day, so we've got a brand new candle now. How high will this go today? It's back at 1 cent at the moment, so kind of cool. It closed at 98 of a penny and is now already back at 1 cent. Will we get another super green candle here? We got plenty of room to move in the RSI. Look at that, only at 62, so plenty of room to move before it gets into the overbought territory. So yeah, the RSI is your best friend in crypto and charting. So it's always good to keep the RSI on your charts if you're thinking about, am I going to buy? Because it will help you not buy the top. It won't, it's not 100%, but it will help you generally to try and not buy the top, which people don't like buying the tops, do you? You don't want to be the top maker generally. So that is the play on EHEX and PHEX. Now, this is the current price, the combined price of EHEX and PHEX. So if you had both of these, Pulsechain forked, it was a full system state fork of Ethereum on the 10th of May, 10:36 UTC time last year. And that means everything on Ethereum got copied over to Pulsechain, and that included Hex, right, which is was on Ethereum. It is also on Pulsechain now. Now, the combined price of those, if you're lucky to have both of them, then it is currently at 2.8 cents. So we had really nice green days here. But what are we seeing at the moment? We're seeing resistance at about 3 cents, right? So we've got resistance here in October, 3 cents. We had a bit of resistance here in July. We've got a bit of resistance here in January. And so we really want to break that. Once we break that, folks, I think it's going to be off with the races with Hex. And so we talked about get rich with Hex. I think that's off to the races after we break that 3 cents combined. And then we're sort of bringing in the 5 to 7 cent range. That could be pretty glorious, folks. Now, even if we break the 3 cent, we may come back and retest it before we hit that sort of 5 to 7 cent range. But then it's off to the races, and we've got some pretty big price calls for Hex at the moment. So not only can you earn yield by basically mining your Hex, you can with T-shares, but you can also get big potential price appreciation. It really is out there. Obviously not financial advice. You've got to do your own due diligence or stuff. We're playing probability here, but man, oh man. Remember at the top of the bull market in September 19, I think it was, in 2021, the price got up to around 52 cents. So it was like a 10,000x. At the moment, the price, is combined is at 2.8 cents. So where's this going to go on 2 chains this time? It could be absolutely crazy. So keep a lookout for that. All right. So at the moment, let's jump into some of the current expectations about whether the chart is going in the short term. Now, we've got Toby Wan here. He's a TA specialist. We've got about 2 or 3, I would say, that do a TA on Hex quite often on a regular basis. Toby is one of them. So we've got Toby 1 TA time here. This is just hot off the press as well. This is on EHEX. This is HEX on Ethereum, not on Pulsechain. Looks like we broke out of the orange channel and wicked above the target at 1.1. Strong resistance there at 1.1 cents. Targets are on the chart, so we can see that here. We got up to 1 cents here at the resistance line. You can see the resistance in here as well. So that's kind of what he's talking about there. Targets are on the chart. That's his chart he's talking about. If the orange channel is actually a bull flag, the measured move would take us through to the next target of 1.7 cents on HEX on Ethereum alone. Now, 1.7, of course, would get it up a similar price as the price of HEX on Pulsechain. Now, obviously, HEX on Pulsechain may or may not move as at the same rate, but we may get convergence as well. That's definitely possible between HEX and EHEX and PHEX, where EHEX tries to get back to where PHEX is at, which is at 1.8 cents at the moment, and EHEX is at 1 cent. So that's a pretty mad gains for EHEX if it does that. Now, obviously, BankX is on the EHEX side. They had obviously got the HEX Godwell got 800 million tokens. They staked some of it, but they've got a lot of liquid, and apparently they're doing some selling and rearranging of funds at the moment. So we'll see what happens there. What else we got going in there? So if we march on to the top of the huge white channel, we will hit resistance around of 4.6 cents, depending on how long it takes to get there. The measured move of the white channel takes us to $1.03 as soon as the Bitcoin halving. So this is a potential massive move he's predicting here in the future for HEX in a very short space of time. Remember, Bitcoin halving expected on the 17th of April. And yeah, let's see whether any of these play out. If the white channel as bull flag theory plays out, it shows us at $10.39 in February 2025, give or take a few months. Man, oh man. So get rich with HEX. Well, I mean, these charts, if they turn out from Toby 1 here, man, that could be pretty crazy. Some crazy prices there at the moment. So looking super bullish. You can see the next range, of course, this resistance at 1.1 cent in the green here. And of course, you can see that if it breaks past this, then we've got plenty of room in the RSI to move higher. Then we're looking at 1.77 cents. If we do that, we're going to be over that combined price of 3 cents too. So we're going to break that resistance, and it's off to the races, right? So that definitely that 5 to 7 cent target is in play after that. And you can see just a little teaser here with HEX on Ethereum with 1.77. So game on in the short term. We're not talking about miles away. It really is pretty awesome. So here is his bigger time frames here, of course, talking about in the future. And man, look at these price ranges. $1 breakout by April. I mean, seriously, that's some incredible stuff there. So he's looking on here. He's got 1.77 cents in the near term. Potentially, if you break that, 2.1 cents resistance, then 2.7 cents. And he's got 8.8 cents up here at the next one. And then he jumps all the way up to $1.03. Imagine that. Wow, getting rich with HEX. It looks amazing. And you're earning yield too. If you've got a little bit staked on, even on the short-term time frames, you get a little bit more yield times price. Man, you're in the Goldilocks zone. And potentially $10 there in 2025, $10.39 he's got on the target band. That would be quite something, wouldn't it? Now, I'm not necessarily saying this is where it's going to go, but this is what Toby 1's indicating with the charts. And you can see the different time frames here by March. We're up at that $10 mark there as well. So this is one of his analysis. Pretty cool, pretty exciting. So just in summary, the measured move in the white channel takes us to $1. And of course, if the white channel, as the bull flag theory plays out, it shows a $10.39 by February 2025. So that's pretty bullish. But man, anything is possible with HEX here. Looking pretty exciting. So I hope you guys like that. If you guys want to follow Toby 1, you can definitely do that. I'll post a link to Toby 1 there. If you like his TA style, he always delivers some good content there. So that is the play. Let's get into some of the comments in the chat about that. We've got more coming, folks. I said it's going to be a really rip-roaring day here. It's going to be pretty exciting. GetHex says RH is the GOAT. Absolutely. Amazing. Let's get on here. We've got some more comments. Structural Struggle. EHEX is the king, says Structural Struggle. Looking good there. Brian says, you're crazy, man, but I like you. You're crazy, man, but I like you. Good one, Brian. Yeah, Brendan, our TA expert. He's our in-house expert there. Says $10. Ah! Yeah, pretty exciting. Roderick Patrick says hit $1 and Richards lights the candles again, which means he's alive again. Awesomeness, says Roderick Patrick. Well, you know what? Let's play the little video for you. This is a tribute to you, Rod, there. If HEX hits $1 and Richard lights the candles again, let's go. We know Richard said that was going to happen. Let's hear from Richard himself. I'll get on the phone. Hey, Richard, you got any comments on this comment? Let's go.
The candles. I'll light these candles at $1 on Hex. That's the next time I'm lighting. Yeah.
So there we are. Light the candles at $1. Yes, yes, yes. Green, green, green. We like that. So that'd be pretty cool. What else we got going on here? Yeah, if you want to hit up Toby One there, follow him for the TA. Definitely always enjoy his TA. Remember, these are always perspectives, and a lot of it seems quite reasonable. Obviously, getting to the bigger numbers, it take a bit of time. The time might not be exactly on, but it's got some nice predictions there. Rich with HEX says, I'm feeling he'll be streaming again soon, says Rod. I like that. Yeah, we hope so. It'd be good to have Richard streaming there. Day 10 push-up challenge above. So, yeah, if you want to follow Sandy on that one, nice one there, Sandy. All right, TA with Toby. Yeah, absolutely. Does a good job there. All right, other people you can go follow, but do regular TA, like Access Alive. I think Silvertooth, is he still doing? He used to do a lot of daily stuff. Not sure if he's still doing daily. I know he's been doing some other stuff, but there are a couple of people out there that do daily TA. All right, what else? Let's jump over to the next one. It just gets bullish from here, folks. So if that wasn't bullish enough, let's bring it on. In fact, let me close out some of these charts here. Let me just quote. We're going to move left to right, right? That Martini guy. So I told you that big influencers just coming on board one after another to Pulsechain, Hex. It really is getting crazy, folks, out there. Really, we're getting swamped. I mean, it's starting to be a bit of an avalanche of big influencers that generally cover general crypto like Bitcoin and other projects, and now really seeing the light here with Pulsechain and Hex and stuff. Well, the Martini guy, he's got 336,000 followers. Strategic advisor, angel investor, pro racing driver, all that stuff. 336,000 followers there. And he put out a video here. I think I might actually have it, but he put out a video, and he put out this post here, and he says, why? I buy Hex regularly, he says. Why? Because one day, maybe it can go to $1. So that's his one. Obviously, we talked about Toby One's predictions for the future, but $1 here. He's talking about, Toby One was potentially talking about by after the Bitcoin halving there. So that's like April, May, $1 here. This is what Martini guy is excited about. Hex has utility. So just that basic premise, that basic use case for Hex being a CD miner, certificate deposit miner, its utility is to make money. And he's put a little chart out here, very bullish here from him. So huge from him, and big influencers, right? 500,000 people follow him. It is huge influencer there. So looking pretty good on that one. So that is Martini. I'm not crazy. I just think the price has bottomed. It has the most active community in crypto. If we have a bull run, it will spread like wildfire. $1 is possible. Should you dump your life savings in, he says. No, it's worth owning 100,000 Hex in case something good happens. Yes. So that is from Martini guy there. So I think that is pretty bullish. So I'm going to repost that too. So kind of cool. If you guys want to check out that Martini guy, I'll post his link in the chat there as well. I told you it's going to be bullish. You guys didn't know. Now we're still going. We're not finished. We got more coming. Hex, getting rich with Hex is no joke. Remember, it's one of the few coins that did a 10,000 X last time, the last cycle, and it has probably one of the few attributes that can do another round in the next bull market cycle, which we've just started. So it really is getting exciting there. All right, what is that? Sandy Beach says MCR did a reply to that Martini guy passed, did he? Let me have a quick look at that. Maybe I missed that one. Do you have it? I can't see MCR on that one. Is that on the original post? Maybe. Let's have a look. Did they put something on the original post? We got Hex, RH Max is in here. Hex purpose is to mint millionaires by design. I like that. That's pretty good. That's the Magic Carp ride in there though, so can't quite see that one. Can't say I didn't try, Sandy. All right, let's move on. So hey, look, 500,000. I mean, let's not big joke. I mean, they're big influencers, man. They've got big influencers. I mean, look at this thing. 536,000 followers on Hex social platform. That's a big reach, folks. Really is huge. He's had 48,000 views on this. Now that's like huge advertising for Hex. So it really is no joke. Let's move on to Hexologist. Obviously, Hexologist, the guy that streamed on D Live for hundreds of days, 400 days was it? I can't remember now, but it was a long time. And it just bridged the gap between the first influencers that got pushed off YouTube and things like that. I was one of those, in the early days of Hex, and he bridged the gap there on D Live, covering all the way through. And then, of course, now we've got a whole ton, 150 plus influencers, plus all these big influencers coming. Really is amazing. Now, Hexologist has got a little his little opinion on the Hex price as well. So let's have a look at what his is, because obviously he has been in the community for a long time and leading, being a big leader in the community as well. All right, so let's hear from Hexo on his view on the Hex price.
Prediction, June 2025. Dude, I think PHEX does a 300 or 400x this bull run, dude. 300 or 400x, $3 to $4 possibly. Why not? Sure. No.
So there we are, like 300-400x from Hexo. I mean, $3 or $4 in the bull market. This is for Hex on Pulsechain. Just to be clear about which token he's talking about. Pretty amazing.
Financial advice. Don't take that as anything, but yeah, why not? 300 or 400. But dude, guys, this is going to be huge. The second pump or the second bull run is going to be huge for Hex, because look at all the stuff we have behind it. Look how many people are now coming into the Hex ecosystem or the RH ecosystem and coming in and wanting to be part of it, right? They want to be part of it. We got BitBoy. We got big influencers now talking about it. And when it starts to run, you don't think that these guys are going to try to jump on board. They're going to try to catch some of the wave. They're going to hop on board, guys. We don't have the scam ties as much. And the biggest thing, what happens when Richard Hart defeats the SEC, and then, just think about the price then. What do you think the price is going to just do once the SEC gets just eviscerated in court? Boom, right? And then he starts implementing cool new tech into Pulsechain, like single-sided staking or, whatever else, new farms and all this other stuff. What happens? Like, do you not think that these things are all just going to be like, holy smokes, this ecosystem is awesome? Hex, are you saying we should all get lives and go do stuff? Well, you should have been doing that while the bear run was happening. Now that the bull run is here, you've lost your life. Now you're going to have to actually come out and work, right? Like, bull run is when we all should start working. This is when we got to get the word out, especially right now, right before the bull run. Get people in, get people excited, get people, pumped up for what's about to come. The people that are like, yeah, maybe $1 Hex. You're lame. $1 Hex, that's lame. What is that, like a 50x from here? Stop being lame. Who wants a 50x in crypto? That's the lamest thing I've ever heard in my life. 50x? Pfft.
So some good comments in there from Hexo and some funny laughs as usual. Brennan says Hex top on the bull depends on where we are in price before the halvening. Absolutely. Yeah, and another point that Hexo raised was about the court challenge. Obviously, Richard Hart has bought the dream team of lawyers, 11 firms. One of the firms is Elon Musk's lawyers. They're no joke. And if you read the SEC charges, they look like they were written by a junior lawyer. That was pretty sad. So I think it's going to be game on for that. And maybe a constitutional challenge as well. That looks potentially could really scale. And man, imagine the boost that would give the Pulsechain and Hex prices. So pretty bullish on there. The big influencers was another thing he mentioned coming on board. We've been covering some of those. They really have been amazing. It's been awesome. So pretty cool there. Lights Beneath the Truth smashed in there. A member for 21 months of the channel. Pretty big shout out to you. That's one of the longest members of this channel. So big shout out, Lights Beneath. You rock. You've been here always. Yep, been through the bear market and the bull market. It's so good to be here, folks, and share the journey with all you fellas and fellesses, as we say down under. So there, at least in New Zealand. I know it was Australian terminology, but that's what we say down under here in New Zealand. All right, it's kind of cool. Thanks so much. Big shout out to Lights Beneath. Always comes in here every day with the alpha as well. Big shout out to you. Richard Patrick says Pulsechain has bought out a new coin which mints PDI. Nice. That's pretty cool. Thanks for the insight there, Roderick Patrick. All right, let's go on. I said to you, get rich with Hex. We're not finished. Hey, we've got 55 people watching at the moment. Big shout out to everybody. That's the magic number in Hex. So shout out, share the channel around. The bullishness continues as we focus in on Hex at the moment. It really does look like it's getting pretty close to breakout. Man, that 3 cents combined, that's the mark I've been looking at, you guys know. And we're getting so close. It's really awesome. Now, Ben Armstrong, formerly BitBoy, the biggest crypto influencer in the world, Obviously, he got pushed out of BitBoy, but maybe he'll get it back in the future. He's restarting his social media. He's already, I think, back over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, 61,000 on X. So he's just pushing forward. But he has really been full on with the Pulsechain X community lately. He is really getting engaged hardcore. A lot of his content at the moment has been on Hex and Pulsechain. He recently, 23 hours ago, did a Hex and Pulsechain video with Captain RG3 there. So he did that. That was pretty cool. He's been getting a lot into talking about Hex and that. He's did a poll earlier. Here we go. This is a big poll. I'm very curious. Do you believe Hex is a legitimate project? 60% said yes. 39% said no. So that's actually a really good result on a big influencer. 9,300 votes for that too. Pretty amazing. So kind of cool. Repost that one too. So yeah, getting really good engagement at the moment. And of course, yeah, I can't promise you these results will hold another 23 hours. I was back on the 10th there, but it backs up what I've been saying. More people are being forced to admit whether they like it or not. Hex is legitimate. It's time to treat Hex and its community like their normal blockchain community. And that got 44,000 views. So pretty great results, right? They haven't been Armstrong. So, you know, the biggest crypto influencer who's going to get back up there, he's going to get his numbers back. You remember, personality really counts in crypto. And of course, brand name really counts. And so you watch them. It's going to be pretty amazing now from Ben Armstrong. So kind of cool. I think he really took off in 2017. I think it was about November or so when he started streaming. And at that time, if you got an early, that was early for streamers for really taking off. So kind of cool. Well done to him. All right. So yeah, getting into the best community, of course, Hex and stuff like that, Pulsechain and more. So bullish, man. It's going to be so good. All right. What else? I think we've got another one here coming up as well. You wait, there's more. There is more. We got Crypto Kobe here posted about Christopher Green. Now, Christopher Green runs AMTV Media. They have 66,000 followers, and I think they have several 100,000 followers on YouTube, which is pretty amazing. In fact, let's go to his YouTube channel and quickly check that number because it's a pretty big reach. Oh, even bigger. Sorry, my bad. 679,000 subscribers. So absolutely massive. And you can sort of see a little slather of his content now. So a massive influencer, 679,000 subscribers there. Now, he's put a little video out here. Pulsechain is the most decentralized, most undervalued crypto and blockchain. Massive opportunity. So let's hear this video from Christopher Green with this massive reach here. And a different audience too, right? A different audience. So it really is cool. So let's check this out.
Yeah, Hex is cool, man. Richard Hart's super smart. I've got respect for him. I don't know him personally as an individual, so I'm not vouching for him like on a personal level, but I respect his work ethic. I think he's really smart. Hex is dominated. Honestly, I wish I owned more of it. So he's done very, very well. I know he just came out with Pulsechain. He's a very interesting character. He's highly intelligent, and I think that should be something you guys pay attention to. I'm not giving advice or recommending anything, but yeah, I'm aware and smart dude. Yeah, I think he's pretty darn credible. So.
All right, so you can see some really big influences, and this guy's got a whole different audience. I mean, seriously, you know, he does other videos, not really crypto that I can tell. So really amazing outreach happening here. It really is awesome. So I'm really excited about what we're seeing happening here. Get Hex in the house there. Nice one. Yeah, celebratory drinks. Looks pretty good. We got Joe Brian in the house. A big shout out to Superman. You are the best. I appreciate that. Hey, you guys are the best too. We're all sharing the same journey, which is pretty neat. Brian in the house there. Hex is great for sure, but it wasn't for the awesome community, I would not be here. Yeah, that's what I say. The community is amazing. And of course, that's the one thing that really has shocked Richard to the upside is how good the community is. What else there? Rod says, what's up with Elon Musk censoring Pulsechain on X, or was it ever? I don't know, Roger Patrick. You may have seen something got censored. I think it seems to be going okay for most of the time. I haven't really heard anyone else talk about that. Let us know in the chat there if you've seen anything like what Rod's talking about here. So he's doing pretty good so far to me. All right, what else? I think that's it. So that is looking pretty good. That is our Hex wrap up, folks. So once again, you know, get rich with Hex. It's looking good. You get yield by mining Hex with your T-shares. And of course, you can try and get T-shares through Icosa Hedron. Through the Hedron platform, there's auctions there. Yeah, you can try and get cheap T-shares there. Otherwise, you can get Hex, burn it for T-shares, and start mining today. I always suggest doing a staking ladder or mining ladder because I just think that people like passive income. Mathematically speaking, in Hex, the maximum period is really cool. That being said, I always think you should, if you do longer ones, you should do shorter ones as well, like short, medium, long, maybe every year or every 6 months or something like that. You don't want to miss all the bull market, right? So you always want to keep some liquid so that you can get the top of the bull markets. Every time there's a bull market, you've always got some Hex to capture that value. And then you can buy more Hex when the market comes off or something like that and get more T-shares. So there's all sorts of players applying Hex T-share mining. So just take that. That is a couple of pieces of suggestions there. Obviously not financial advice. Ultimately, you need to do your own due diligence and make your own decisions. But that is the play. Hex price, man, what's it going to be? This bull market. You saw a couple of predictions there from some influencers. So kind of cool. And TA specialists, very cool indeed. All right, let's get into it. We're going to get into the last part of the show, which is pretty much around everything else. It's not Richard Hart stuff on Pulsechain. So let's have a look at our second category, PRC20s. And of course, here we are. We've got PDI making another move to try and break out. PDI, obviously, the narrative is PDI is going to try and march its way all the way to $1, right? So that's the kind of the narrative there that's out there at the moment, and it's got a long way to go to get there, right? But it's marching indeed. At the moment, the RSI is kind of a little bit getting a bit heated there at 68, but you can see it's already moving up here. So continuing to got higher lows. The uptrend is pretty clear there, but it has faced resistance at this level here. So this basically pretty much the 0.3 of a penny is the resistance. We had it back here in September, got it again here in January. And but this continues to want to try and break higher. We're going to be watching. It's going to be pretty interesting to see this try and play out. Fun times ahead. Now, Teddy Bear and Treasurable and Teddy Bear, these are both new tokens on Pulsechain. They are ticking away their 12% on both of these. Now, Teddy Bear's kind of been doing pretty well, hasn't it? That uptrend there. That's the daily candles. Look at that daily candles. This keeps going up and up and away there. Had a couple of consolidations, but continuing to rise there, and new all-time high territory too. Broke out that previous high at the beginning on the 16th of September. So pushing high here at the moment. 7 zeros, 3,400 is the price at the moment. Looking pretty good on the old teddy bear. Wrap Bitcoin, as you guys know, I think Wrap Bitcoin on Pulsechain is probably going to follow to some degree the narrative and the bull market sentiment for Wrap Bitcoin. And at the moment, it is slowly just trying to break higher. And you can see, I think it's close to breakout here. It really is getting close, $97.50. And you can see it really has had resistance at this sort of yellow line and is really starting to break through here. So I'm trying to make sure that's straight. It's really trying to break through. It looks like it's getting pretty close to doing high lows, really trying to push high here. So Wrap Bitcoin could be a nice one to pick up at the moment. Could make some nice moves. Obviously, do your own due diligence, all that good stuff. But that is what we're looking at there at the moment. So kind of cool. The two big meme coins, SHIB is up 4%. Now, SHIB and Pepe, the two big meme coin brands, Pepe's up 11%. But, one of the criticisms could be that there's a lot of projects out now, right? A lot of new stuff for PRC 404s and lots of other projects coming out. And so there's a lot of different attention that people are focused on. So we'll be watching SHIB and Pepe to see how they perform. Obviously, with a lot of other projects still to launch on Pulsechain. But, yeah, pretty interesting stuff happening here. Pulse Bitcoin up 17%. Nice little mention there. Plutos up 11%. That's kind of the play there at the moment. Just looking at through some of these others. Yeah, those are kind of the high there. Matic was up 11% as well. So that is the play on the top PRC20s. Let's go to the top memes. At least the memes that are in my list here. Axis Alive, man. Axis Alive hyper rallied, man, the other day. Was it 2 days ago? Look at that. Went all the way to $35,863 per Axis. That's some crazy stuff there. Got sold off pretty heavily yesterday. Look at that big volume candle, man. I don't know too much about what's happening with this project other than the chart. But, man, that got down to $23,000 at the moment. A real a bit of taking a bit of the edge off there, down 35%. But, man, that was pretty high there on this price. Chart is pretty impressive. Look at that chart. Man, oh, man, pretty impressive there. All right, let's move over to some of the other stuff there. Blaster. I noticed that Blaster was Rags to Riches. Just did a video on Blaster. So if you want to find out more details about Blaster, check out Rags to Riches. The price has pumped on 26%. I guess it may have pumped on Rags to Riches covering it. I'm not sure which came first. Did it pump first or Rags video come out? I haven't done the timing on that, but that's definitely pumped, and you can see it's been pumping for a little while there. So there we go, up and away, 26% on Blaster. If you want to find out more details on that, check out Rags to Riches video. No token from Andy Alaski, up 4% at the moment. What else is looking interesting here? Duck token is up 74%, so big move on Duck token there. Look at that big rally up there. That percentage can't be right. That looks a bit wrong, that percentage. So be careful with that. Sometimes I've noticed the percentage on some of these being a bit off, but there we go. What else we got going there? Ben token. Now we just talked about Ben Armstrong, supporting Pulsechain and Hex. Well, this is V1 Ben Armstrong token copied, but he's going to bring V2 Ben Armstrong over to Pulsechain. And man, this could be something to pick up, right? Is the old Ben Armstrong, because it's still relatively cheap, right? Let's go to the daily chart. So it's still relatively cheap. Last time when Ben Armstrong was covering stuff, it had a hyper pump. Remember, he was talking about doing a video or two on Pulsechain Hex. What could it do in the future with this? So this could be a nice little speculative play to pick up on the back of Ben Armstrong, doing regular content, perhaps on Pulsechain and Hex. And he's been doing a lot of content recently. So this might be a nice good speculative play on the back of that. I mean, after all, this is what Pulsechain gives you the opportunity to do, right? Find those narratives and get the tokens early. More token has been up 6% there from Trayvon. So if you like Trayvon, and he's pretty consistent there, up 6%. What else is doing there? We'll just jump through some of those. That's pretty much Trump token down for 13% there. So that's the main. Let's go to our main event. The Pulsechain projects is the main category number 4. Let's see what's standing out here. I'm not going to go through every one, but we've got BBC token is up 12%. That's kind of good to see. Now, one thing I missed about 9inch is that they launched their launchpad yesterday. I was supposed to talk about it, but I forgot. So let's go to 9inch. I'm not sure where it is on the. Let's go to the X platform. I'm pretty sure it must probably be on there, but they launched their launchpad yesterday. Yeah, so there we are. 10th 9inch launchpad is live. BBC holders can use their tokens to farm new meme coins without impermanent loss risk. Founders can deploy new tokens and have a portion of the supply be available for BBC stakers, onboarding for founders, and DGN utility for BBC holders. The first BBC pools single-sided will be added as early as tomorrow to the launchpad section of the app. A better way to earn free coins during the Pulsechain bull market. In addition, we've deployed an airdrop tool. Import a file of a list of addresses or type in manually where you want the token airdrop. So there's an airdrop there from the looks of it as well. Randy says here on the 10th, I would like to offer some note token for this endeavor. So that's Randy there doing some good stuff for his project there. So that is some of the stuff there that we're supposed to talk about yesterday. Just forgot about it. And but there it is. Let's enter the DEX. And where does it show up here? So I'm not sure if it's actually showing yet, is it? We've got the bridge, launchpad. So there we are. So that's the launchpad there. You can see the tab. That's a new tab there. It's got deploy and airdrop. So you can get involved with that. That's the deployment, your token, token name, token symbol, token supply, upload your logo. So you can do your own token now on here. Obviously, there's other platforms that do this like GoPulse, Coin Tools, Trust Swap Finance. You can make your own tokens on those. Some that they have more elaborate features. So you can go find out which ones you want to do there. So looking pretty good. Post allocation, nice, and then connect your wallet, and it'll probably cost you a little fee, and you can deploy your token there as well. They got airdrop, of course. Select the currency, and you can do airdrops on there too. So kind of cool. And put the wallets in that you want to pay, and drop it, do an airdrop there. How about that's pretty good. So you can deploy and do an airdrop, and not bad there. Services, like I say, there are alternatives, but a nice little additional feature there from 9inch, and looked like Randy was going to do something there too. All right, so that's 9inch there. If you want to find out more details on Launchpad, let me post that in the chat there for 9inch. 9inch Launchpad. Bam. Oh, I didn't put the 9inch properly. Sorry, my bad there. It's got a bracket instead of the 9. 9inch Launchpad there. You can find out more details there, which is kind of cool. What else there? Let me just jump through some of this. We've got Spike announced there. Good to see a Spike. Nice. That's pretty much it, I think. Roderick Thatcher says the post was by Havida, breaking Elon. He's have removed everyone's badges from the Pulsechain community. Well, we don't really know the reason for that, so yeah, we'll find out what there. I did see a little bit about that story yesterday. We'll see how that goes. All right, that is pretty much that on that. Let's jump over to the rest of the ones and see what else has been pumping. So 9inch there with the Launchpad. Let's see anything else that's really standing out here. Hocus Pocus up 16%. That's doing pretty well there as well. So look at that chart. Actually, we haven't looked at it for a little while. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Wow. Look at that chart. That is Hocus Pocus. 5 zeros, 2,000. Looking like a boss is Hocus Pocus there. Now, I have talked about the Magic Wizard, right, with yield farming. So they've got all the Dex farms, and you can do all in one place. So that's been a really cool feature there from HOC, Hocus Pocus. What else is up there? Daytona Finance is up 11%. I think they launched a new pool on Daytona Finance and stuff like that. So they've got a new pool, I believe, that came out today, I think it was, or yesterday. So that's gone up 11% there as well. What else is doing well? Ophir, the endowment token from Rags to Riches and Crypto Heartbeat, that's up 17%. That's a really strong move. So nice small move there from the endowment token. Looking pretty good. 5 zeros, 5,100 is the price at the moment. That is the chart, historical chart there on the daily. So looking good. Actually, looks like it's if we can break this resistance at 6,400. Then man, it's off to the races with that endowment token. What else there? Communist is up 12%. Let's see what else is doing pretty well here. Pulse LN is up 17%. If you haven't used Pulse LN, super fast. And if you're on Bitcoin Lightning Network, you can use that too to onboard Pulsechain. And that's multi-chain as well. So, and super fast. It definitely is fast there. I think it's one of the ones that you might want to consider in your portfolio. It has broken out. You can see it's on a breakout here. So 4 cents at the moment. The market cap is 4.1 million. I think that is definitely one of our top protocols there at the moment on Pulsechain. Doing a good job. I think that's it. Is it? Yeah, I think so. Almost. A weight token from Coast is up 16%. So like I said, if you want to use Brian's link to Coast, if you haven't joined up to Coast, to Fiat on-ramp directly to Pulsechain, then you can do that in the link in the video description. And of course, the price is just pumped there, almost 1.8 cents. No, sorry, 1800th of a penny. So that's really rising there. Could really rocket on here. Market cap 2.8 million. Still super cheap on the weight token there from Coast, which is pretty cool. I think that's it. All right, those are the main ones there, folks. Now we do have the PRC 404s. They launched, was it yesterday we were covering them? I think it was yesterday or the day before. Can't remember now. I think it was yesterday. I think we covered them yesterday. And we've got the price of Gophers there, $729 at the moment. And Hoax there from 9NM team is at $1,249, down 50%. So big retrace on the Hoax one there. The Gophers is the first one ever to launch on Pulsechain. I remember the first one to launch on Ethereum was on the 2nd of February, which was Pandora, and that went up to amazing numbers, like $23,000 or something. It was insane. Well, here we are on Pulsechain. Gophers there looking pretty good. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly chart on here. There's the 4-hourly chart, and there we go. So what did it bottom down there at about 694? Got up to about 791. Now remember, if you end up buying one Gopher, that's effectively going to mint you an NFT, right? So that's kind of there. It's a combination between a PRC20 token and a PRC721 NFT token. It's a combination of that. It basically kind of brings liquidity through the token to the NFT, if you think about it like that way. Often you'll get people that will launch NFTs and then have to launch a token. Well, this way it sort of works the other way around, and it's kind of cool. It is experimental. It's not formalized yet, so just take that into account. But this is crypto, man. People are going to get them out. The technology's there. We're going to push it out, so just take that into account. All right. Now, I do note that Dipcatcher for Maximus is doing a lot of front end, so you can actually monitor your NFTs and everything else that they're doing for Gophers. So check out Dipcatcher. He's got a whole ton of thread innovations around that front ends. So he really is giving a lot of support to this project, which he was the first one to launch. So hats off to him from there. Hoax, of course, ticking away. Let's have a look at that 50% retrace. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, you don't want to be the guy that bought at the top, right? This one, this is riskier stuff, speculative. It is brand new. Now, there are going to be plenty of teams. Heaps of teams are going to do 404s. There was another team yesterday that was doing an announcement. I didn't cover it because it's like came out of nowhere. It has no reputation, so I wasn't going to do coverage on that. But here it is on the Hoax one, back down quite a bit there at $1,249. So that is it. The 404 contracts are on Pulsechain. And of course, it does attract people too. It's kind of one of those things. Pulsechain's kind of after more and more killer apps, right? You want that kind of killer apps, just like how Base Chain, when it launched, it had the Friends app. Remember, everyone everywhere was going, "Oh man, Friends app! It's like amazing to get on there." Pay all these influencers all this money or something. but everyone's after killer apps, right? It helps to bring adoption and value to the chain. But a PRC 404s in the house, looking pretty good there. Now, some other news. Let's go to project news. We're up to an hour and 4 minutes. We've got Pumpkin L in the house there. Hoot, hoot. Good to see you, Pumpkin L. We've got a couple other topics to finish up. So Pulsepot here launched its third game. Yes, it did. So Pulsepot there on the 10th there, world's first decentralized peer-to-peer Plinko game. So if you played Plinko, innovation happening on Pulsechain, play with all your favorite tokens on Pulsepot. Beautiful to watch, Hex falling down the pyramid. So there we are. So you got Hex tokens falling down the pyramid. Look at that. And you can win different multipliers depending on where it lands, or you can lose the money either way. And that is the game there. So kind of cool. And yeah, that is another game, the third game to Pulsepot, which has been performing very well on the chain. We can't wait for the rest of the projects. We're going to be talking about PUSD ALGO, another one of Jacob's projects. Jacob Ecosystem, one of our leaders, if not the leader in DeFi on Pulsechain. And we love his project. So Pulsepot, once again, this is pushing the boundaries of DeFi, and it's all happening on Pulsechain. Pretty awesome. So that is a Pulsepot. And if you want to find out more details, I'll post the link into the chat there if you want to find out more about Pulsepot. Pulsepot Plinko. Bam. There we go. And that is it there. So go check it out. All right, that is that one. Let's jump over. We've got Patius. Now, Patius had some unfortunate news. They got some health issues within their team, but they have managed to add in those ERC 404 model. So we've tested the ERC 404 model. That's that new contract we just talked about with Gophers. Now, Patius is a DEX aggregator, possibly the one of the biggest, if not the biggest, on Pulsechain. It's worth noting that it's still a beta mode, the 404 contracts. Just take that into account. There's a few potential risks to it. Also, Gophers and Hoax tokens have been added to our token list, so you can get that on Patius now, which is really neat. Integration with the Uniswap V3 fork has been reactivated, now including only the Gophers and Rat Pulse LP. So Gophers has got that extra support. Swap tests have been conducted and confirmed to be working smoothly. So Patius, you can do that on Patius now, buy them a lot easier. Remember, you do need Rat Pulse to buy these, remember, not Pulse, so just take that into account. That is from Patius, a little update there. Now, we're going to talk about Jacob's ecosystem. We just talked about Pulsepot. Now, PUSD Algo, as you guys know, the sacrifice is on. There's 12 days to go. I am being a big supporter of this, of course. I think Jacob does amazing stuff in DeFi. PUSD could be the fourth big stablecoin on Pulsechain. It's got a beautiful brand name, PUSD. And here's the kicker about the sacrifice. 75% of the funds will go straight into the protocol day one. So you're not wondering where all the money went. 75% will be going back into protocols day one. 50% into the liquidity pools. It's going to be about 4 liquidity pools or so set up. And 25% into the stability miner, which is the secret source, the full DeFi algorithmic stablecoin on Pulsechain with stability miners and limit orders. It's going to be pretty awesome. There's going to be multiple ways of making money on the platform. It is amazing. It deals big time with the stablecoin trilemma and scalability on Pulsechain. So it could be absolutely a mammoth giant. The cool thing about it is it's probably going to have a modest capital raise, let's say up to $1 million perhaps, and the commercial upside could be multiple X's. So obviously not financial advice, do your own due diligence, but man, even though it's more speculative, the potential upside could be massive, and I'm very excited about where it could go. Now, if you want to participate, you can get a 19% referral bonus in the video description. So you can sign up to that, and you're going to be winning straight away, basically, with that 90% referral code in the video description. All you have to do is send coins from Ethereum or Pulsechain, any of these ones on the list, and you just send it to the sacrifice address there, ends in E223, and you will get registered, obviously, connecting to the site. You'll be able to get registered for that benefit. Now, you'll be able to get a 90% referral code. If you also do $1,000 or more inclusive of that referral bonus, you'll get a second bonus called Bonus X, and that can be massive, between 1.01 and 2x. So good luck with you on that, if that is you. And for every dollar that you get, including of all those referral bonuses, you get 20 algo for 200 flex and 0.01 rat USD. Now, algo is the main coin, a bit like Luna was for Terra Luna. Flex is an incentive token for playing around on the platform, doing any activity on the platform. And then the RAP PUSD is a reward token for the stablecoin. And of course, that is RAP. So it gets locked in typically if you're earning it on the platform and unlocked at different times. So it's kind of cool. So get in on that one if that's something for you. You can check out all the protocol as well before you do. Read the docs and get in on that. And of course, I've done a couple of videos with Jacob from the ecosystem if you want to find out more details. But that is a quick overview of PUSD Algo, potentially a massive opportunity on Pulsechain. I like it a lot. All right, that brings us into Hex daily stats. Let's see if we've got day 1531. We haven't got it for Pulsechain, but we've got Pulsechain's yesterday's results. So let's get into it. Hex results for day 1531. We got the date at the 10th of February. The price there at 97 hundredth of a penny, up 11.5%. Two big up days. Look at that, 16%, 11.5%. Today we got 6.892 hex per T-share. That's your main number you're worried about, how much hex you're going to get per T-share. And of course you got the price up as well. So you're winning on yield, winning on price. That's a double win. And of course yesterday we also got 6.89 hex as well for day 1530. Let's see what else is going on here. The yield at the moment for existing T-share miners, 39.4%. The T-shares, so the ownership pool for T-share miners was up a bit yesterday, down today. We've got 9.5 million T-shares in the ownership pool. Let's see, jump over to the side here. Penalties, pretty modest penalties the last couple of days. We've got 65.5 million hex in the reward pool. Not bad, eh? With 9.29% of all hex locked in there. Growth numbers, we're up 20 holders today. We're down 56 yesterday on liquid holders. We're up 6 miners the last couple of days. So we're actually getting some growth in the miners on Ethereum. How about that? We had a couple of growth days. That's pretty cool. No change today, though. We're at 118,953 miners on Ethereum. With Pulsechain numbers, we don't have today's numbers out yet, but we do have yesterday. And yesterday's number for Pulsechain, what day was that? 273, was it? Let me just double check. 273. Yeah, 273. The results 9th of February, and we had 1.6 cents there. It's up 7.9%, and the payout was 6.8 yesterday, but we don't have today's results for day 274. So waiting for that. All right, that is Hex, looking pretty good. Now, if you want to join our Discord to get more alpha, more information, and to hang out with the best community during this bull market, get all the secret sauce, all the insights, all the intel, then join our Discord today. The link is in the video description or in the chat. Some of the people might post that. And of course, Discord membership, $5 per month or 16 cents a day. So get in there. It's a private Discord. Used to be public, now private. Get in there for all the alpha. And of course, we know cover all the projects, man. We're pretty much across most of them. You're going to get all the insights there. It really is cool. Now, if you want to also get the strategy room, that is multi-chain. We're looking for the best opportunities. We get the best intel, talk about strategies, and look at really good opportunities. Strategy Club there, $35 a month. And it includes the Pulsechain Hex Discord membership as well. So it was great value. We just had a session yesterday. It was really cool. And we'll be having another session coming up soon later this week. So get in early on some alpha projects. Really, really cool. Obviously, I get, influencers and other people contacting me, project teams. And so I do get a lot of inside information as well. So it is really, really cool to be in on that. $35 a month, join the team. That's all I can say. We've got a great couple of members, quite a few members in there at the moment. So it's really nice. All right, the link is in the description. Let's wrap it up. We're up to now 12 minutes. It's the first time I've done almost what I would traditionally do a full show. Normally I've been doing about 35 to 40 minutes the last week or so. But man, it has been awesome. Now, Pumpkin House says, thanks, Hex Token. I used that referral for PUSD Algo. Yeah, I'm excited about it, Pumpkin House. Now, we are waiting for an update from Jacob around PUSD Algo. We're also waiting for an update around TYCZ, which closed. That was like 1.2 million or something dollars that was in there. So we are waiting for updates on that. And of course, we're waiting for TRH V4 update as well. So I'll let you know if I get any news from Jacob around that, or if he does something publicly, I'll give you an update on that as well. There is Brian's link to the Discord. It's way better than Wookie's link. So if you want to join up using that link, definitely use that. Nice one there, Brian. Like it up, folks, on the way out. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Man, get rich with Hex. Get rich with Pulsechain. It's exciting, man. The bull market's just ramping up. We've got so much news ahead of us. It is awesome. So we've got, Prodank sharding in March. We've got Bitcoin halving in April. We've got Ethereum ETFs in May, potentially an interest rate pivot, which is huge in June. And then maybe even, if we're lucky, monetary expansion, a reversal in monetary supply, possibly in the second half of the year. We will see. And of course, the US elections hopefully will have a positive outcome with the Trump win there for freedom, prosperity, and security globally, and better management of the economy, meaning that we'll have a longer bull market rather than a short bull market. We'll have a long one So get excited, folks. Things are really aligning up terrific. And then you store early, which is awesome. So you can still accumulate some of those beautiful assets before they run away too much as well. Thank you, Hex Token. Great show today. Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate it. And don't forget to check out Sandy Beach on X social platform with the health and fitness update, doing amazing with the press ups. So a lot of people are doing that press up challenge with Sandy Beach. Check it out today. All right. You can find more details in our Discord, of course. All right. So let's finish up here. I'm going to finish up with Richard once again. Peace out, everybody. Take care. Bye for now. I'll catch you guys again on the next live stream. And I'll see you in Discord, of course. It's a place to be.
Light the candles. I'll light these candles at $1 on Hex. That's the next time I'm lighting. Yeah.